Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shubham Garg, industry consultant for EV and battery business from Rockwell Automation, India. And today I'm glad to be present on ET Auto EV Conclave 2022. Today I'll be sharing my views on enabling smart manufacturing for the future mobility manufacturers. So by 2040, two-thirds of the global car sales would be electric. This is a report from Bloomberg and EM. So it seems that the automotive revolution has begun, and it's not just the sales volume, it's the environmental mandates that are changing. The automotive trends are changing, and with increased rideshare services, it's the right time for automotive manufacturers to dive into a strategy for EV manufacturing and battery making so that they build faster and smarter for this industry. But there are a lot of challenges that we see across in this industries, and the name of the biggest game here is speed. Both startups and brand owners are racing up in this avenue to bring their offerings to this market. And the market is going to just go up and up. There's a growing demand that we see. And both of them have to start at the same place, be it the established brand owners or be it the startups. They need to create a modern production environment where the new grounds up, they'll have to take it, or maybe they can transition their old bases also. But that's the biggest challenge to get the vehicles faster to the market. They need to compete in a dynamic environment where they need to balance out all the challenges based on the different funding approaches what they are taking. Some might take a traditional manufacturing approach. Some might go into new concepts like micro factories, contract manufacturing, even offsourcing or outsourcing models. But whatever approach they take, they need to keep agile and pivot to change. The battery making, which is the heart of this entire ecosystem, needs to have those gigafactory setup that could fulfill the demand of this dynamic market. Those has to be scalable, and the production strategies need to be adhering to faster growth as well as to the agility to change. So this is, I think, one of the biggest challenges that this industry is facing. And what the companies in this desire to have those business outcomes here through innovations and through consumers, they want to have minimized production cost and risk. They want to attain faster time to market, improved throughput. They want to enhance their safety and security. Reduced overall capex and total cost of ownership should be brought as low as possible. Want to reduce the entire risk they have during from the launch to the optimization phase till they set up the complete setups. They want being agile and scalable towards the demand. And also talking about the battery makers, what they intend to do for providing a highest output and productivity from their existing setup to cater to these demands. They need to have increased throughputs, improved qualities, greater accuracies, and being traceable and agile is the key things that they want to have from their existing setups. How these challenges could be adhered and how these vehicles can be brought to market in a fastest way. Technology can be one answer towards this. They need to accelerate their production strategies and they need to win the race in this market. So look for partners, technological partners in the launch stage itself, so that they can bring their expertise of width and breadth. And you could leverage those expertise which they have used for other auto manufacturers or other battery manufacturers or cell manufacturers while setting up their giga plants to use. You should go for consultations and the program management, which would help you develop plans and avoid the time and risk which you could delay with respect to your own working out. The consultations on the factory production planning needs to be taken. Help with line builders and other suppliers. The controls and automation part, which is just a meager, you can see 2 to 5% of the total investment value that you can see in your overall investment. But without that, nothing would run in your plant. So those consultations upfront on this would help you better plan your factory and have faster startups that could be done with respect to your setups. To build out infrastructure from upfront, plan out for that in a simpler ways. The right strategy for network needs to be defined. The data centers and that are enabled, the plant is digital ready and enabled for faster adoptions of IT and OT convergence so that the data could come up from your machines or shop floors and you can take database decision making could be done. The open Ethernet IP protocols, the network architectures need to be upfront design so that when you go into the later stage, your market is and your product, you could cater with that to the market very faster. You need to be better competing in this dynamic environment. And that's where you need to leverage those disruptive technologies to make improve decision making for yourselves and also increase the efficiency of plan. Technologies like digital twin, this could get insights on better operations for you. Even before you get a physical setup being done, you can start up with understanding the impact what running on a digital twin, the simulations, the emulations that you can run, the what if scenarios you can run. Okay, if this is, and that would cave out the entire delays that you would have on a physical setup if you run entire simulations on a digital side. So those production changes, the testing of the new products and the processes can be upfront done without impacting your physical setups and the timelines. Combining these technologies of digital twins and augmented reality, you can have your workforce enabled for training as well as troubleshooting. If your machine shows something on the ground that it is dealing, with the help of these technologies, augmented realities and digital twin, you can upfront troubleshoot those machines and your workforce would be enabled for that. Manufacturing expertise in terms of production manufacturing softwares should be brought into place, like MES, IoT, PLMs. These all technologies would help you take data into insights for decision making. The disciplined manufacturing processes, adherence would be done. You would have a complete process adherence, which would have more first time right on your quality, which would have a real time data visibility. Your work in progresses could be monitored. You could take deeper discussions and deeper insights with respect to what is happening on the shop floor for you, and those enterprise level decisions could be easily taken. So capex decisions, those opex decisions could be taken up from the data driven insights that could be gathered through this manufacturing softwares. You could link up your supply chains for your inventories from this, and other manufacturing challenges could be adhered and catered to this, and increased outputs and throughputs are guaranteed using these advanced technologies of MES, IODs, and PLM. Battery, as we all know, seems to be the heart of production for these auto manufacturers, and with the growing demand, it needs to be fulfilled, and you need to maximize your battery production as such to cater to the demand, rising up demands from auto in each segments, be it passengers, be it cars, be it two-wheelers, three-wheelers, commercials, etc. So you need to plan for growth-oriented gigafactories, craft strategies for turning those plant data into information from upfront, convert your value chain. You link up your value chain in such a manner that you know you're correctly linked to your mines, because that's where the source of raw materials that would be coming up from there. Reduce your startup delays, leverage technological partnerships who has experience setting up these gigafactories in various parts of the world where it's already running. Technologies, special technologies like intelligent conveyance, which is one of the key technologies being used in battery cell manufacturing as well as in the assembly side, would help you out with increased throughputs, increased productivity, lower floors, energy savings. So adopt such sort of technologies for your modern gigafactories, which would help you up with better production capabilities. Digital connected plants with all inputs and data driven decisions is the future that should be enabled for battery. So talking in terms of a EV and battery greenfield launch, Rockwell Automations can help you support during the entire value chain of this, from the planning phase towards the optimization after the launch and commissioning towards the optimization phase. There are 7 key areas which we try to identify, which would help you minimize your EV launch risk. The digital, starting from the digital engineering and emulation softwares, where the entire technologies of digital twin, ARs, VRs, emulation, simulations could come up. Setting up your network infrastructures and making it cyber secure, not prone to threats, which is being a case here, and we are listening today, day to day, more cases of cybersecurity being coming up. The manufacturing softwares and analytics would help you more take data driven decisions. The MES and IoTs and the PLMs would help you out in carrying out your operations in a digital manner. The facilities management control systems could be helping out in your entire integrations and control your all the utilities across on the control side. The controls hardwares and softwares would make your machines and lines more smart, working on automated logics, robots, and decisions and taking all across that plan. The intelligent conveyance technology can help you out with increased throughputs, increased productivity, and it's a modern technology that is being adopted and catering to the dynamic demands of the battery cells and the assembly market. And additional to this are peoples and partners. People support, like in the partner support in terms of the line builders or machine builders, where we work along with them, standardized architectures, standardized designs with experience, what we have gained from various customers. We brought it in clubbing with those partners to help you with the entire greenfield launch. Rockwell Automation has quite a number of global references in both EV and battery. And with these experiences, with our solutions, many of these plants across the world in this EV ecosystems are running with successfully and efficiently. So we would like to take this industry experience across to India also, where we can leverage this experience and bring down to the industry which is booming up in India. We could leverage the experience, or we could even understand from the mistakes that these companies might have done, and we should not repeat those mistakes. So leveraging the experience of our technological partnership and from the solutions that we have deployed across such vast horizon of industries in this ecosystems, we can help you out with a similar manner in India also. This is a slide where I wanted to talk about the entire value chain solutions where we will support you in your manufacturing operations. We begin our approach from the design phase, where we would help you out in the mechanical designs, the process designs, the controls designs, the product designs, and even with like the product life cycle management portion of it. Then when we move on towards from the design phase to the actual implementation phase, there comes an operate and maintain cycle, where the entire controls and hardwares sites like PLCs, drives and motions, motor controls, sensors, conveyors, robots, automated material handling systems. So these are some solutions where we can leverage our expertise to provide solutions across there. Moving on onto the side where we enable the infrastructure for our clients. We do have industrial edge networks, computing networks, network infrastructures, data centers, and also remote monitoring services through which we can help our customers and clients. On the operations management side, besides once you have set up and enabled your shop floor towards this, the data-driven production management softwares like MES, IoT, PLMs, supply chain solutions, DCS could help you out run your plants in a digital manner. And additional digitalization techniques like AR, VR, data analytics could help you take more data-driven insights. So overall, if you see in the center is the production data, and data seems to be one of the critical portions. So through our entire value chain from design, operate, maintain, and nurture it through our lifecycle support services with consulting, professional services, and connected services. The intelligent conveyance technology, which is your success partner for battery manufacturing, has been widely accepted. And this is a key technology which runs on magnetic effects and linear synchronous motors. Effective deployment of these technologies, we have seen across our value chain partners and customers a 40% productivity increase. And this is, mind you, please, this is subjective to each and every customers, but this is what we have realized with deploying in some of our customers. 20% energy savings with quality up, and 30% of flow layout savings has been realized with these technologies in the terms of deployment with traditional conveyors that we have seen. This is one of the slides where we have implemented some solutions and how Rockwell has helped them realized value and savings impact with respect to our solutions, and even the experience that we bring in from industries. Talking about the battery pack lines, we have modified some things on an existing conveyance code that helped the client reduce their delays by 12 seconds per pack. And that realized a substantial amount of savings in $1 million for them. And these are some of the examples like reduced cycle times, 9 automated workstations, pallet overshoot. So that's the key point what I want to bring around is with our experience working on this and with our technology, we would help our clients attain and optimize their solutions to have more and more value realizations from their existing lines and get better output and productivity from those systems. I would now even like to invite you all to our electrical vehicle innovation centers, a place where you can physically feel the technology being in play. The center of ours is located in Silicon Valley, in California, but we do even provide for virtual visits of this, where you can have the actual fields of technology being working on a realistic manner. So I would take this opportunity to invite you all and have a visualizations of this EVIC center of ours. Thank you, and you can connect us for any sort of help. Thank you very much.